What it do? Welcome to the J-Boy Sports Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you don't love the content, you can still do those things because you could always help a brother out. And I would greatly appreciate you doing that, and I would definitely do that for you. Make sure that you comment because I love to have conversations with people in the comment section. I will reply because ball is life. Also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our glorious videos. And the last thing you want to keep in mind is that at the end of this video, we have some other suggested videos that I know you will love. So stay tuned for those and make sure you select one on your way out. With that said, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I have to believe in my soul that I do more SGA videos than anybody else right now that I know, that I follow that's big. And I say that that's big. People that have like over 30,000 subscribers. Of those people, I think I have the most SGA videos. And right now, to be honest with you, they may not pay off anywhere near as big as some of my other videos if you look through my catalog, but it doesn't matter because I do this for the love of the game. That's part of it. But also, another thing to keep in mind is this man's story is just being written. This is the chronicle of the story of SGA. Now, my favorite player of all time is Kobe Bryant. That will always be my favorite player of all time. That's the person that touched me the most in my basketball journey, whatever my basketball journey is. And it's always going to be that way. I don't think anybody can come along that can take that place for me that Kobe Bryant held. However, I'm not going to sit here and say nobody can be better than him. It's possible. It's dang near impossible, but it is possible. But you're going to have to put the work in the hard way. And with that said, I believe that SGA is one of the players that if anybody could try to take a crack at a Kobe Bryant or a Michael Jordan or a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, it's him. And I strongly believe that. And that's why I do videos about this guy. I've studied a lot of players. I've been a big Giannis fan after Kobe Bryant retired. That's probably been my favorite player, has been Giannis. But I recently shifted that to SGA. Giannis is great. Love Giannis. I'd love to meet Giannis. I don't know if I'll ever meet him. I mean, you don't meet most famous people. And I'm not obsessed with him, so don't get weird on me. It's not a weird thing. Just respect him, and I like his game. And I respect his journey. You know, lost his father, take care of the whole family. All his brothers are somewhat successful in what they do. Always takes care of his mom. Got married, 2 boys. Beautiful story. You know, beautiful story. I've been to Greece, and I literally saw, Africans on the streets selling trinkets to survive. And it makes me think, like, dang, man, that was probably Giannis at some point, based on how he talks about his upbringing and when he talks about his father, So I really appreciate Giannis. I have a lot of love and respect for Giannis. But right now, my favorite player, I got to say, is SGA. Because he, to me, shows that Mamba mentality. And it's not that everybody has to do exactly what Kobe did, but that mentality, to me, everybody should have. And it's not just Kobe that ever came up with it. Mike had it. Muhammad Ali had it. Great people that were great at what they did have some type of mentality that's similar. And it's something to be respected. But when I look at SGA, right? And then I'm gonna flip that. I'm gonna flip that coin, and I look at LeBron James. And this is not that I just want to take shots at LeBron. To me, this is not a shot. This is just the honest truth. I think SGA can pass LeBron James. I also think he can pass Steph Curry. I definitely know he's going to pass Kevin Durant. That's not a question. He's going to pass Kevin Durant. But I do believe he can pass LeBron and Steph as well. Why? Well, most specifically when it comes to LeBron James, LeBron has done everything the wrong way. And I know there's going to be people that listen to this and they don't like it. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is my channel. I got to keep it real. I'm here for the truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm not here to give out hugs and kumbayas and tell people they're special. If you want that, go back to kindergarten with your first grade teacher. I can't help you in that area. Talk to your mother. Mothers should always love you. If she doesn't, there's something wrong with her. But most of us have a mom that will always love you. Talk to her. She's there to hug and kiss you. I'm a grown man. Most of you are grown men. Maybe there's a few grown women. But I'm not your dad or your mommy. okay? And because of that, I've got to tell the truth. LeBron James has done everything the wrong way. He started off good. I actually used to be a big fan of LeBron. But then it turned into this thing where he no longer took accountability, ran to a super team to achieve the things that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Magic, Kareem, Bird, Giannis and Joker even achieved recently, without doing this, without running between teams and manipulating the game, creating super teams, having a whole clutch agency behind you to sway people's opinions, buying out ESPN folks and Bleacher Report and all these little puppets that he uses to push his agenda. Pat McAfee, who said something negative about him and then turns around and is kissing his butt. All these little backstabbing tendencies that he has, trading all his teammates away. I could go on and on. Faking injuries when you lose. It's a constant drama brigade, forcing your son into the NBA. And if you like nepotism, fine. But I guarantee you don't like nepotism when it's done to you. So I don't want to hear it. All right? If it's done to you, you don't like it. And I'll do you even one better. And I don't want to make this about race 24/7. But I know a lot of people, if somebody of another race uses nepotism against you, you're going to lose your mind. You're going to lose your mind. So when did nepotism become good for any of us? But that's neither here nor there in this video. SGA has the ability to surpass LeBron. Why? Number one, unlike Steph, who also was on a great trajectory, and I still like Steph. I have a lot of respect for Steph, but that KD move to me messed up some of Steph's legacy a little bit. It messed it up a little bit. Even though he's not the one necessarily that initiated it. Draymond Green and the front office of the Warriors, Steve Kerr and them, seem to be more behind it. If I'm wrong, please somebody correct me in the comment section. Remember, ball is life. Make sure you comment. But SGA is about to do something that LeBron has never done, right? And he knew it. He knew going into this process that it was going to be work. But he bet on himself. He bet on his own strength, his belief in his teammates, and he had faith in the organization that they were going to do the right thing, that they were going to build something. This Thunder team was dead in the water. They traded away Russ. They traded away Kevin Durant. Before that, they were supposed to be dead. They traded away James Harden even before that. They were supposed to be dead in the water until their savior showed up in the form of a Canadian dude with twist, named Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a.k.a. SGA. I don't have a nickname yet for this guy, but I'm going to have to think of one. Because it's coming. You understand? The storm is coming. The storm is coming for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's on his way. He was the MVP of the conference finals. He was the MVP of the league. He was the number one scorer this year. He's leading his team to one of the better records of all time. Top 7, if I remember correctly. Had one of the best point differentials of all time. Playing on one of the better defensive teams of all time. Is this all a coincidence? No, sir. This is hard work. This is whatever his version of the Mamba mentality is. And I know I keep referencing Kobe too, but here's the thing. Kobe's his favorite player. He once said Kobe is Michael Jordan on steroids. And he was dead serious. When you watch him play, he's got glimpses of Kobe. He's very physical for a guy that's thinner. Uses his skill to get to wherever he wants. He may not be as athletic as Kobe. But he's actually, to me, a little bit more shifty than Kobe Bryant was. A little bit. He plays more like he plays point guard, but he plays more like a smaller player that's bigger. That's the best way I can describe it. He's going to win the championship this year. I can't imagine a world where the Thunder don't win, which means he will be the MVP. And this will be day one, year one of the dynasty that they're building on the OKC Thunder. Giannis won a ring. Beautiful. Love it. Joker won a ring. Beautiful. Love it. This guy's not just trying to win a ring. He's trying to build a dynasty. But how do I know that? Well, you saw from the original graphic, it says, I don't think we're going to be losing for much longer. Right? Now let's take a look at the second graphic. And the second graphic says, I know what I signed up for when I signed a 5-year extension, and I don't think we're gonna be losing for much longer. Let's listen to the audio clip of him saying this. And this is in 2022. This is 2025 we're in right now. This is what I call manifest destiny. This is what happens when you put in the hard work.
Obviously, we have lost more than we'd like to the past couple of years. And it's not fun. With that being said, though, I know what I signed up for, and I signed a 5-year extension.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to be losing for much longer. So it's not like I signed up to lose or anything.
Right.
I believe in this team, believe in the players we have on this team. And I think we're headed in the right direction, and we'll be where we want to be soon.
We're headed in the right direction, and I believe that we'll be where we want to be soon. I don't hear any excuses in there. He knows that the losing is a part of it. This is 2022. So he was there for the long haul. He built his players up. He helped build his players up. He helped put the battery in the back of players like Jay Williams. Now they have Chet Holmgren. They picked up Isaiah Hartenstein, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort. I call him Lou Dortson. I call him Lucif Dortson. I don't know why I do that. I just think that's just what I like to call him. Lucif Dortson. Right? The other Williams, who was big against Joker, they used him against Joker. He played well. Right? All these guys, Wiggins, Cason Wallace, what's the other guy's name? They got a guy named KJ. He was pretty good off the bench. They play a lot of guys, and they're deep, and they play hard. And they come at you in waves, which they're going to need against the Pacers, because the Pacers have shown something. It's not going to be a cakewalk by any means. But I fully expect everything he just said in this video to happen. I expect it to happen in June. This man's building a dynasty, and he took the right steps. He did it the right way. He took the Mamba mentality route. He built up his guys. He helped toughen them up. He didn't just take himself to the mountaintop. He didn't just make himself better. He didn't just focus on himself. And you see that when he does interviews with his whole team. His whole team is in the interviews. Sometimes he has somebody else go up and do the interviews. And they all do that. They all put in the work. This man is building a dynasty. And even when I listen to his dad talk, if you've ever listened to his father, what a dad. And it's funny, the two best players left, seemingly, and you could add in Siakam, I guess, also. They got dads. I'm not a huge Tyrese Halliburton fan, but if you don't recognize how great this kid is, you're out of your mind. But his dad is right behind him every step of the way. Didn't like what happened between his father and Giannis. That was stupid. But I still have a lot of respect for his father. SGA's father is similar. Just did a heck of a job with this kid. I think he said his father's favorite player was Allen Iverson. They're picking the right people to follow as far as toughness and competitive fire. So when I say that SGA is a GOAT in training, he is a GOAT in training. But he's turning into a master. He was a Padawan. Similar to Obi-Wan Kenobi, his Qui-Gon Jinn passed away too early. Right? But that's not going to stop him from being an all-time great master. An all-time great master Jedi. His training is almost complete. He's going to hoist that trophy. And then you're going to look back at videos like this and you're going to say, wow, Jay Boyks was one of the first people that was calling us out about how great this kid is going to be. I just don't see what could slow him down, what's going to stop him. I mean, anything can happen. And you pray that it doesn't. You pray for success and that, for everybody has the chance to compete at the highest level with their full health and everything like that. But he's going on the right path. And he can surpass a player like LeBron, who really didn't do anything the right way, in my opinion. If you want to talk about stats, maybe that's the thing he did well. And the longevity. The accumulation of stats and the longevity, maybe you can't touch LeBron there. You got me. There's nobody that's going to probably accumulate stats the way he does. In fact, that's a lie. I mean, there's players that could, but I don't know if they're going to have the longevity. The longevity is what makes LeBron untouchable. So he's an all-time great, and he's one of the GOATs. Don't get me wrong. I will say LeBron's one of the GOATs of the game. But there's a line of these GOATs. And to me, SGA, of all of the guys we talk about now, is the one that can surpass him. Not Devin Booker, not Ant Edwards. Just, think of any of these guys. Zion, no, not happening. Not dedicated enough, not real enough. Whoever his favorite player is, he picked the wrong one. Right? Tatum, maybe. And I like Tatum, but he's not this kid. He's not this kid. This kid is different. And there's people hating on him on Gil's Arena. They're making up every excuse why he can't. I don't like the phrase phase of the league either, to be honest with you. Face of the league, excuse me. I don't like that phrase. I don't care for it. Again, Kobe's always been my favorite, but I liked Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter. I liked watching those other players, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Dirk, Amari Stoudemire, Melo, early LeBron, I liked. But, and when we talk about the face, I don't care for that term. Share the wealth. The league was better when they shared it a little bit more instead of trying to pinpoint one guy. That guy will stand out above all else by himself. You don't got to do it for him. Unlike LeBron, once again, I'm sorry. It's all been pushed in his direction to give him everything. It's forced. Kobe, they tried to take everything away, and it didn't matter. That's how good he was. Even with Allen Iverson, sometimes they didn't love his style. Too bad. GOATs manifest themselves. They don't have to be manufactured. So I wanted to make this video to make it very clear where I stand on SGA. This man can surpass a GOAT like LeBron James because he's doing it the right way. He's building it from scratch. And when you build something the right way, brick by brick, piece by piece, ups and downs, it is a much harder wall to knock down. Much harder. When you don't have to run from super team to super team, it becomes much more difficult to knock you off of that built empire piece by piece. Because you already covered all the cracks. There's no holes in your game. When you get to the top like SGA, your holes are limited. Pause. No Diddy, no Vaseline, no bad boy. Cassie might be a little guilty. All right? When you build it like that, you ever heard that phrase, if you build it, they will come? Pause again, no Diddy. Wow. Wild. That was wild. Didn't think about that before I said it. But what he and his teammates and that organization has built is going to take over. And if they win this year, to me, the only team that's stopping them from winning next year is somehow if the Nuggets retool and get some strong pieces, because they took them 7. The Celtics got to come back tough. Tatum's got to be on another tear. I think Brown's been hurt this year. It was hurt this year, but he's got to be healthy. They got to come looking for blood. And Porzingis has got to be healthy. They got to come looking for blood. Or if the Spurs somehow get Giannis, which is stupid, and I hope Giannis stays, so he can do the same thing SGA is doing. Build it your own way. So that's how I feel about this. I said what I said. I'm saying it with my chest. SGA is a GOAT in training that can surpass LeBron James because he's building it the right way. His dynasty is right there for him to take a hold of it. You want 2 straight? I think they can do it. 3 straight? Now we're talking Kobe Shaq realm. Can he do it? Can he do it? Maybe. Even if he doesn't win 3 straight. Even if he doesn't win 2 straight. Can he get 5 rings? At least? Can he maybe get 6? I don't know. But if anybody's going to do it, it's this kid. So I really appreciate you listening to this video. Thank you. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Comment, because I love to have conversations. What do you think? Do you think SGA can surpass LeBron James? Do you think he is the next guy? Do you think he's like that? You let me know what you think about that. Is this guy the next coming of Kobe Bryant? Is he that willed, that strong-willed? Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't so that you don't miss any of our great content. Hold on at the end of this video to see some other suggested videos that we know you will love. I truly appreciate your time. Thank you for listening this long. I'm very humble. Much love. That somehow you never get over leaving me, and when you feel like